Hey guys! Today I just wanted to chat about some of my go-to tips for simple ways to make potted plants look a little bit like nicer, crisper. The trick I use probably the most is to actually remove the bottom few leaves from your plant. I'm talking like 2-3 leaves. Don't go too crazy with it to start out. It's always easier to pull more later, but you can't put them back, so take it slow. On this Anthurium crystallinum, it has these 2 forward-facing leaves that look really nice, but just off to the side, there's a leaf here that kind of grew in a weird direction. So if I go ahead and carefully remove this bottom leaf, it just really zhuzhes it, gives it a more pronounced shape and looks quite cleaned up. Some examples that I've done this on are my Ficus altissima and Audrey. Actually, this Monstera Thai constellation, I've pulled off 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves because the leaves were facing in like really weird directions. It just made it look like it didn't really fit in any spot I put it in. But now that I've removed all the leaves that were kind of going all over the place, it like really pops. Yeah, this is just one example. I think it looks really good on like Anthurium or Alocasia where they have really thin stems and really big leaves. All right, next, of course, is to give our plants the proper care. Giving it adequate lighting, enough water, the right temperature, enough nutrients is probably the most important one of all to make sure that our plants can grow to their absolute fullest, which is what I think any of us would want. To nourish my plants, I use Liquider with every watering, and I add a small amount of these Osmocote granules to the top of the soil around every 6 months. A healthy, well-fed plant is just going to be easier to make look nice rather than one that's going through some deficiency struggles. They need their nutrients. And you know, same goes for us. We need to provide ourselves with high quality nutrients to perform and feel our best. When we feel better, it's easier to take care of others, i.e. our plants, or children or pets. And that's why I take the Ritual Essential for Women 18+ daily multivitamin every day. No matter how balanced our diets may be, some nutrients are difficult to get enough of from food alone. It's incredibly easy with Ritual to fill those nutritional gaps with just 2 daily capsules. The Essential for Women's 18+ is non-GMO project verified, USP verified, vegan friendly, gluten-free, major allergen free, and use no artificial colorants. Their products are made traceably, backed by the first visible supply chain of its kind, so you know where the labeled ingredients come from and why they're there. When I was looking through this for myself, I found that iron and magnesium are actually sourced from my hometown, which I thought was really cool. It made me a little excited to live here. Plus it's delivered right to your door, so you never have to worry about it getting low. If you've been thinking about trying Ritual, now is absolutely the best time because they are offering 40% off for a limited time. You can scan my QR code on the screen or use my link down below to take advantage of that offer and start a daily ritual you can feel confident about. Big thank you to Ritual for sponsoring today's video. Let's get back into the plants. Stop moving the plants. I get it, it's kind of fun to move plants around and redecorate, but since I've slowed down with that, I do think my plants look a lot more uniform in their spots. And again, like they're like meant to be there. They've been growing there for a while, not just since an hour ago. Mostly I think this works because the leaves start to face toward the light from the same direction. Rotating them works for some kinds of plants. I think it's really just a case-by-case kind of thing, and also what you're wanting your plant to look like overall. A great example of this is my Cebu Blue Pothos, which has gotten quite large. I'm very proud of it. And the light comes from the sliding glass door just off to the side of it. So all of the leaves have turned to look at that light. It looks really, really beautiful from the front. But if I go ahead and rotate the stool even just 25 degrees, you can see it just looks like a tangled, messy mess. Somehow it looks less healthy, even though it clearly is a very healthy plant. Just an example. An example of one that I would continue to rotate is like a ponytail palm, where I want it to look really full from every direction. I want it to get those really long leaves from every direction, and that's what makes this plant really cool to me. So I definitely want this one to have even growth from all the way around. Once I want all of the leaves to face me, I will not rotate, which I guess kind of brings me to my next point, which is to keep lighting from one general direction. An example of this is my philodendron rugosum is sitting in front of an east window on one side, and then on the other side are some full spectrum bulbs in the light fixture. So it is getting light from the two directions, and where they're behind the plant, it forces every other leaf it pushes out to grow in one of those directions. So it's just like this instead of like this, which I want to be able to see my plants' faces, especially on the rugosum with that incredible texture. So I need to figure something out so that its lighting is coming more from a forward position so that the leaves all turn to look at that light. Okay, so for your smaller plants, when the pot's this big, the stem's this big, and then there's just this. These are a few of my like go-to solutions for that issue, for that very specific issue. I will use pebbles all over the tops of my plants. Pumice would look really nice. Super, super small little pebbles to cover the top. And then it helps some of your plants maybe look a little more uniform to one another. You can also do this like plantception kind of situation. This one maybe isn't the best example because I don't actually like love the way the kalanchoe looks with this ficus audrey, but I did throw a variety of kalanchoe babies into the base of this planter because it has such a skinny trunk, but the planter it's in is pretty wide. So I'm just using those kalanchoe to kind of fill in around the bottom. So it is now somewhat of a two-for plant, which is really nice, space saving. If you decide to do this one, it is pretty important that the plant you decide to use in the base has similar care requirements to the main plant. So the kalanchoe needs highlight, my ficus audrey needs highlight. They've been doing great. I've also seen a lot of photos online where people have used like cushion moss around the base of their plant, or whatever the really ball like moss is. They'll put it completely around the base of the plant. I would 100% use that method if I could grow moss in my house humidity, but I just can't. So you can use actually aqua soil. This is the specific one I use and really like the look of. They're just really, really small balls of like very nutritious substrate for plants. I'll keep you posted on how that does, but I do think it looks really nice. All right, don't get me wrong here. I do really, really enjoy the look and feel of a completely like plant-filled home. You know, the ones where anywhere you look, there's like a ton of plants. You're in a forest in a house. But for most of us, I think keeping them spaced out looks a little bit nicer. Plus it helps slow the spread of pests such as mealybugs, thrips, all of that kind of thing. So not only can you keep closer tabs on the plant this way if they're spaced out and you're not just gazing into a sea of plants. My last house was very much like jungle home. I feel like every space I could have added plants, I really did. It would have been even more jungle filled had I lived there longer. But now where I've moved into a little bit more of a spacious home where the lighting also isn't as good, I have to have way more plants to get that same super full jungle feel. So where I can't really do that, I have more focused on like individual plants and individual plant displays so that they really make a statement when you look at them. I also just don't have as much time to care for my plants. So again, to get that same jungle home feel, I would have to water so many more plants in this house than that last house, which was a lot smaller. So not only are my plants much healthier overall because I've been more able to more properly care for them, but I can also really hone in on individual plants and style them in a way that I think is really pleasing and nice to look at. Also, I do think this tip really encompasses all of them because now that I just have fewer plants, since they're at a much easier number for me to manage, I am able to do a lot of these other tricks because I have the time to look at individual plants and be like, oh, I think maybe this is missing this soil topper, or this plant might need lighting from another direction. Maybe it's not getting enough light. Make those little tweaks to the plant so that it grows the way that I kind of want it to, because they're spaced out because I have less. I've been really thinking about this, but for a while there, I kind of lost sight of individual like plant characteristics that I really enjoyed. I kind of got sucked into the like more, gotta pack them in mindset, which I think I used to throw a whole bunch of them together, make it a sea of plants as kind of a crutch to hide issues in the individual plants. So I really do think this one is so true, and I mean, I don't know. Let me know if you have those same thoughts, or even if you have a completely different thought. I'm very interested to hear where everyone is at in their plant keeping experience, because it seems like we were all kind of at the same place for a while there, and then now we've kind of like started branching off to our own little things. little plant preference things. Really, I'm gonna throw one more in here, but I try not to do something with my plant just because I saw somebody else do it. I wanna really put effort into doing what I think would look really cool. And you know, sometimes when you try stuff like this, it doesn't work out, but sometimes it looks so good. And yeah, that's the fun part about keeping plants. Because they're beautiful, we can make them even more beautiful and kind of experiment with them. It's just a little hobby. We're just little gardeners hobbling around. So yeah, I think those are my best tips. Use my link, ritual.com/HarliG40, or scan my QR code on screen to take advantage of this 40% offer to start a daily ritual you can be proud of. And everything is linked down below. Please let me know what you think. But that is it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.